A zero-day flaw is a security flaw in software, hardware or firmware that is unknown to the party or parties responsible for patching or otherwise fixing the flaw. This means that the vendor or developer has no time to create a patch or a workaround before hackers can exploit it. A zero-day attack is an attack that uses a zero-day exploit, which is a technique or a piece of malware that takes advantage of the flaw. Zero-day attacks are very dangerous because they can compromise systems or data without any warning or detection. Zero-day flaws are especially dangerous for Windows users because Windows is the most widely used operating system in the world, and therefore a popular target for hackers. Windows users may be vulnerable to zero-day attacks through various channels, such as visiting malicious websites, opening infected email attachments, downloading untrusted files, or connecting to compromised networks. Zero-day attacks can cause serious damage to Windows users, such as stealing personal information, encrypting files for ransom, installing backdoors for remote access, or spreading malware to other devices. Therefore, it is important for Windows users to protect themselves from zero-day flaws and attacks by following some best practices, such as keeping their software updated, using antivirus and firewall software, avoiding suspicious links and attachments, backing up their data regularly, and being alert to any signs of compromise. However, these measures may not be enough to prevent zero-day attacks, since hackers can exploit the flaws before they are discovered and fixed. That is why it is also crucial for Windows users to report any suspicious activity or incidents to the vendor or developer as soon as possible, so that they can investigate and mitigate the flaws before they affect more users. In this section, we will describe the 3 zero-day flaws that were discovered in May's Patch Tuesday update and how they affect different Windows versions and applications. A zero-day flaw is a vulnerability that is publicly disclosed or actively exploited with no official fix available. The first zero-day flaw is CV 2023-29336, which is a privilege elevation vulnerability in the Win32k kernel driver. This flaw allows an attacker to gain system privileges, which are the highest level of user privileges in Windows. This flaw was actively exploited by unknown attackers, but Microsoft did not provide any details on how it was abused. This flaw affects Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and Windows 11. The second zero-day flaw is CV 2023-24932, which is a security feature bypass vulnerability in Secure Boot. Secure Boot is a feature that prevents unauthorized software from running during the boot process. This flaw allows an attacker to install a malicious UEFI bootkit called Black Lotus, which can hide in the system firmware and evade security software. This flaw was also actively exploited by a threat actor who sold the Black Lotus bootkit on hacker forums. This flaw affects Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and Windows 11. The third zero-day flaw is CV 2023-29325, which is a remote code execution vulnerability in Microsoft Outlook. This flaw allows an attacker to execute arbitrary code on a victim's computer by sending a specially crafted email message. The victim only needs to preview the email message in Outlook to trigger the flaw. This flaw was publicly disclosed but not actively exploited. This flaw affects Microsoft Outlook 2016, 2019, and Microsoft 365 apps for enterprise. These 3 zero-day flaws are among the 38 vulnerabilities that Microsoft fixed in May's Patch Tuesday update. 6 of these vulnerabilities are classified as critical, as they allow remote code execution. Users are advised to install the latest security updates as soon as possible to protect their systems from these flaws. In this section, I will show you how to download and install the latest security patches from Microsoft to fix the zero-day flaws and protect your system from potential attacks. These steps are based on the information from the Microsoft Update Catalog website and the Universal Class website. Step 1. Open your web browser and go to http://Windows Update. Microsoft.